Thank you, Dallas. Good morning. My name is Hollerith, and it is a privilege to have the opportunity to speak with you all today. Every morning, we start school in our chapel. We sit side by side on the wooden pews, shoulder to shoulder, by grade level. And in those 20 minutes together each day, we are one. One in body, mind, and spirit. I have memories of cheering loudly my sophomore year as the entire football team stood in the front of the chapel and ripped up a banner from the Benedictine game that said, "Smash the Saints," in celebration of having beaten them for the first time in years. I also have memories of comfort as we prayed for one of my friend's mothers who was seriously sick with breast cancer. A couple of weeks ago, Mr. Junk gave a chapel talk, reminding us of how important it is to live in the moment. And as an illustration, he asked us to look around and take it all in. That space, our friends, the funny announcements, the inspirational talks, and the loving peers and teachers surrounding us. In many ways, that old wooden gym is the heart of our school. I know next year when I start college, I will miss it immensely. As much as I miss chapel, one thing I will take with me is a sense of honor I have built here. At St. Christopher's, the honor code is the cornerstone of our school. Drafted by students and enforced by students, the honor code holds each of us to a standard of behavior where lying, cheating, and stealing are not tolerated. Here, we think honor first at all times. Here, a man's word is his honor. Here, trust is not a rare resource, but one of our most abundant ones. St. Christopher's is a school where doing the right thing in every area of your life is expected and is the norm. What is palpable is that we are a community where our relationships are based on trust, and I can't imagine ever living any other way. This leads me to share what serves as the foundation of our school. The foundation that supports these cornerstones is our faculty and the relationships that we have with them. It began for me in the lower school with teachers like Miss Epps, who taught me how to write a paragraph with a topic sentence, and Coach O'Farrell, who taught us in PE that if we had fun, we won, which was probably my first lesson in sportsmanship. By middle school, I had teachers who were also my coaches, relationships and friendships that extended from the classroom to the athletic field. My math teachers, Mr. Tuning and Mr. Galloway, were also my football coaches for 7th and 8th grade respectively. They taught me my first three-point stance, how important it is to keep your head up, to always lead with your shoulder, and how to hold the football without dropping it. Mr. Galloway recognized my love for the game, and probably more importantly, my run of running things over. And he gave me the self-confidence that I needed to believe that if I worked hard over the summer, I could move from the center my 7th grade year to a running back my 8th grade year. However, he also instilled in me the confidence in the classroom, the confidence to trust myself and to stop worrying and working through math problems on the test. Mr. Spears, who was the dean of students at the time, helped me with football too, but more importantly, he helped me in the other areas of my life by walking me through the tough times in middle school where I might have doubted my ability or my gifts. He's a cheerleader for every boy. That's what makes these relationships so incredible. To have a teacher who is your friend, your mentor, and your biggest supporter helps you grow in ways that aren't measurable with a yardstick, and that's a shame because the growth is immense. By high school, I had matured enough to see my teachers in a new light. I saw for the first time how these men and women have dedicated their lives to helping us learn and grow. It is their calling, and they undergird all we do. It is humbling for me to even think about how hard they work, often 12-hour days. Many teachers come in before school and meet with students and review material, and they often stay into the evening with sports practices and organizational club meetings. I eat breakfast nearly every morning with my teachers and coaches, and after practice, I'll often hang back in the locker room and visit with them before heading home, or over to the nighttime study hall to review some math with Mr. Carlson. I consider my teachers and my coaches to be my friends and mentors. We discuss everything from politics to girls to sports. If I called on any one of them and asked for help in any area of my life, they would be there for me, and not just for me, but any of their students. Think about this. How many teachers do you know that will meet with their students at 6:45 a.m. or stay at school till 10 p.m.? Mr. Carlson met with me every other week last year after practice to go over AP calculus problems. He'd patiently wait and work with me as I struggled through the problems, often till 10 or 9 at night. Now, of course, part of that time was used for discussing movies, listening to Carlson rant about how great his beloved Patriots were, watching YouTube videos, telling jokes, and debating realistic possibilities of time travel. The man does have a degree in astrophysics from Princeton. Yet that's the beauty of it all. These teachers care deeply about our academic success, but also want to bond with us and get to know us as people. They want to support us in every area of our lives, from helping us master material, to joking around with us, to cheering us on in our games. During my time here, St. Christopher's has shown me that leadership is not a title. Leadership is about serving and sacrifice. It's about leading by example. This past year, one of my good friends, Quinn Alcorn, graduated from St. Christopher's. While here, he served on both the football and wrestling teams with me. Wrestling was his passion. He loved the sport more than anything, and he was good at it too. His senior year, Quinn wanted to quit the football team. He wanted to use the fall to practice and train for the upcoming wrestling season because he had a chance to have a standout senior season. However, when the football team asked him to come back and block on the offensive line his senior year, he did not shy away. Instead, he sacrificed his own personal training time, took on the responsibility, and embraced the position. Quinn had no title. He wasn't a captain, and he wasn't a football star. Yet Quinn stepped up and led. In many ways, because of his blocking, the football team was able to make it to the state championship game last year. That's what makes this school so special. Teachers and students making sacrifices for the greater good of all. When I graduate this spring, I will bring all these experiences and life lessons with me into the next chapter of my life. St. Christopher's has taught me what it truly means to be a leader. It has taught me that giving back is a way of life and a way to have a meaningful life. It has taught me that honoring and celebrating the gifts of everyone creates a strong community. At St. Christopher's, hard work is respected. I have been taught to never shy away from a challenge, to set the bar high and reach for it. Lessons that will serve me well for the rest of my life. At St. Christopher's, choosing the hard right over the easy wrong is expected, for without one's honor, little else has meaning. I will leave here having learned how to use my gifts well, and with gratitude for all those who helped to grow my gifts. Thank you is inadequate. That is all my teachers expect. But this is their life's work, and it gives them great joy to see their students become men. This past weekend, I finished my football career at St. Christopher's. We played our last game Saturday against our arch-rival Collegiate and had a week of celebration in preparation for the pep rally, senior dinner at our coach's home, and bonfire with all the students the night before the game. It was awesome, but it was also the end of an incredible journey. And it came all too fast. On our last day of practice with full pads, I found that all 10 o'clock at night, I was still dressed out in my helmets and shoulder pads, sitting in my living room, watching television with my father. Yes, I do love it that much. I love everything about it. But most of all, I love the people that I've had the opportunity to play with, and the coaches that I've had the privilege to learn from. From old captains like Bertie Hingst, who taught me what hard work and determination are all about, to coaches like Coach Turner, who showed me that each and every one of my teammates is capable of achieving greatness. This is a special place, and I hope that your sons have the opportunity to come here. St. Christopher's can change lives. It did mine. I'll turn it over to Mr. Stillwell now. Thank you.